Hey YouTube, how you doing here today? It's a beautiful day, and the weather's finally starting to warm up, and the snow's kind of dissipating. It's almost gone. Most of the large piles that I can see out the window here, most of them are almost gone. And it's going to be a nice day. It's going to be like in the 40s today. I want to get out and get on a hike today, and I want to show you something that I found online. This is the Ice Age Trail online resource map. So if you go to the Ice Age Trail Alliance website, and you'll see, I think it actually says resource map or something like that. And this is what you actually come up with. Now this is awesome because they keep this fairly up to date compared to my old guidebook. My guidebook is 6 years old. Things have changed on the trail since then, okay? So you know, you need to either go out and get a book or rely on this. Now, this is a great resource. It really is. But I like the guidebooks because they tell you the terrain, you know, how hilly it's going to be, the hill difficulties. And they also tell you about the trail itself, you know, and how difficult it is to follow the trail, and, you know, how hard is it to actually hike. And I like having that information. Plus, they also tell you about you know, what's the terrain going to be like? What are you hiking through? Or, you know, the guidebook is really good on saying, oh, you know, you crest over a hill and you come into a pine forest. You know, they paint a really nice, vivid picture for you in that guidebook. And I think while I'm out today, I'm going to swing by REI up in Madison. I'm going to be up there anyway. And I'm going to actually buy the 2020 guidebook. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But for now, I just want to show you what I found when I was looking at this online, because my 2014 guidebook doesn't have what I'm going to show you. Alright, so of course the red line is the whole trail. And we're going to kind of start zooming in down here in the Madison area, outside of it. This big white box that you see right there, that is actually Cross Plains. The white box just indicates that there is a headquarters there of some sort. You know, maybe the volunteers will meet there, they'll have meetings there, stuff like that. And in fact, there's the Cross Plains Trail right there. That's the Cross Plains segment. Now, this right here, that's the tabletop segment, and I've already done the tabletop segment. And it was a very nice hike, a little hilly, but not bad. But then I scrolled up here, and I saw this. Oh, it's like, oh, a new segment. I wonder what it's called. Because this is not in my guidebook at all, my 2014. And I clicked on it, and it says Table Bluff Segment. Well, that's the Table Bluff segment down here. Well, it's 0.8 miles, not very long. And then 0.3 miles. So I don't know why it's coming up as two different segments, but you got 0.3 miles to get to the loop, and then 0.8 miles to actually do the loop. So you're talking, what, 1.1 mile, okay? Again, very doable. I'm liking this, but I've already got a video on the tabletop segment. So today's video, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to list it as the Tabletop Bluff Extension, okay? And we're just going to hike this little lollipop. Okay, now if you don't know what a lollipop is, that's where you get a trail that goes out, it circles around, and then backtracks on itself. Okay, that's a lollipop, because you basically have a stick with the lolly at the end. Okay, makes sense. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. So let's get in the car and get up there. I will put in the hill difficulty and the trail difficulty, but I won't be able to do that until I actually get the book, which I do plan on getting today. So I mean, yeah, that's how can I put this? I'm going to have it in the video, but I can't tell you what it is now because I don't have the book. So once I get the book, I can put it in the video, and now I can put it in the video because I've got the book. Does that make sense? All right, let's get up there and do this hike. Well, you know what? I left the house this morning, and down in Beloit, it's pretty sunny down there. And I was kind of pissed off because I forgot my sunglasses. But now that I'm getting closer to the Madison area, I tell you, it's all clouded over and stuff. So, but the weather today is supposed to be very windy. Right now, winds are 15, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. So, yeah, it's pretty strong. It really is. So I'm still going up to Madison, and I'm looking off to my west here, and the sky's gotten kind of dark out there. So I quickly pull up my radar on my weather app, and sure shit, there's a bit of a rain front coming through. So hopefully I don't get wet. We'll see what happens. All right, so I made it up to the REI here in Madison, and I've got like maybe 10-15 minutes to wait until they actually open up, but the rain's here. It's not very hard, but it is here. Luckily, though, it should be moving on relatively quickly. I'm looking at the radar right now. The storm's about halfway done already. So, yeah, it's moving pretty quick. All right, well, as I was hoping, when I left the REI, the rain's pretty much gone. It's still cloudy, but, you know, it's not raining. I think it's maybe a slight mist, if that. But the bad news is I could not get the book I was wanting. It hasn't been released yet. So I thought it was supposed to be released this month, but maybe it's later in the month. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just about to the trailhead, and I will see you there. Okay, guys, I made it to my trail. I thought I saw something on Google Maps on a different name for this trail, but now that I'm here, I don't see any type of a sign giving this a name. According to the Ice Age map thing that we saw on the TV computer, it was another portion of the Table Bluff segment. But again, there's nothing out here to say that. And according to Google Maps, it was, I can't even remember. It starts with an L. I'll put the name down here. So yeah, I don't know what this is. And I stopped out the REI to get the new book. It hasn't been released yet. So here I am, not knowing exactly what the name of this trail segment is. I'm going to say that it's going to be that the name that's on the Google Maps, but again, I'm not sure. And I won't know for sure until I get that new book. But it's cold, it's windy. Let's get going. This looks like a nice little country park, really. So let's get going. Oh, by the way, this is Pine Road right behind me. This is the parking right here. It's basically big enough for one car. All right, got my All Trails app going. Putting my gloves on like it's pretty cool this morning. All right, let's get going. As you can see behind me, the trail is still covered with a good amount of snow. So right off here onto my right, there's a driveway that goes along that row of pines, and it keeps on going there down that way. But this is basically just a huge prairie that's all it really looks like. And there's a segment, there's actually a intersection here. There's a trail that goes off that way. We're still going that way. There's like a big wooden wall over there. I have no idea what that is. Beats me. Maybe, oops. Maybe once we get farther up on the trail, I'll be able to see what's on the other side of that wall. So yeah, you can definitely see over there, there's like a barn or something over there. So that wooden wall must protect against, well, a private property. Why they would need such a huge wall is beyond me. And in fact, I'm seeing some more barn over in there. Or maybe that's the house. I don't know, I can't tell through all the, it's all grass. So yeah, just over there, it's all private property. Wow, I was wrong about that, about how it's going to go. I think I'm finally at the end of the lollipop stick, because I got a trail going off this direction, another trail going off this direction, and they're both blazed with yellow. Now that last intersection I had was blazed blue, which means that's not a ice age trail. So I am at now the lollipop. So I'll go around this way and then come back and rejoin it right here. Okay, so as you can see, that is a house over there, not a barn. So that is definitely private property. That ice and slush on the trail makes it very difficult to walk. I'm trying to hold it and get some footage as I'm walking, and man alive, you just hit that one spot and your foot just kind of slides out from under you. At least I got a little bit of a treat area to walk through, so this would be a nice relief from the sun during the summer walks. The woodpeckers like that tree. I've definitely seen more damage done to a tree than that with woodpeckers. God, I'm really liking this wooded area. Alright, I am definitely on the most easterly part of the trail now. Just beyond the trees over here is a field, cornfield. So yeah, I think now I'm headed to those trees over there. And now I'll start heading back to the truck. Definitely. But it also looks like it's going to be all prairie walking now, no more trees. So as far as my trail conditions go today, there's a lot of melt going on. And we just had that little bit of a rain shower. The ground is still half frozen. So the water is not seeping into the ground. So the topsoil is very soft and mushy, wet, but I really don't think that'd be an issue in the middle of summer. I think this land has a lot of contours to really help with the water drainage. You're not going to be walking through a lot of muck and mud, not like I'm doing right now. You know what? Check out this view, guys. As you notice, today I have no pack on, and that's only just because this is a very short hike, little over a mile. So I figure I really didn't need it. I do have a couple of bottles of water in the truck, so I at least have that. Okay guys, I reached the intersection of that Blue Blaze trail that goes down this direction. Let's go down there and see what it is. Typically on national trails like the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Crest Trail, usually blue indicates water. So let's go down there and see if there's a stream or something where you could actually fill up on water if you needed to. Huh. There must be another parking area. They got Ice Age Trail information here. And then down here by the road, there is another parking area. I didn't even know about it. I wonder if this might have the name of the trail on it somewhere. Okay. I found a piece of paper. It has both names on it. Okay, so it is part of the Table Bluff segment, but it's just a different section of it. The Liebetrau. I don't know how to pronounce that, do you? Yeah, Liebetrau, Liebetrau, I don't know. Kind of looks French to me. But anyway, we found it, and now we know that it is part of the Table Bluff segment. Awesome. All right, we're going to go back down the blue trail and head back out to the truck. Nice to be out of that wind. Holy cow. So let's take a look at my stats. All right, so now again, keep in mind, I put the camera down, walk away, I set up shots and stuff like that. I do a lot of extra mileage, and this time it really shows. I did 2.1 miles. Plus, that also included the walk down the Blue Trail to that other parking area down there, down the road. So, 2.1 for me. I'm sure it's probably the standard 1.1 that it originally said on online on their map. So there you go. That's actually a really nice trail, and once you get on the top of the prairie and you can overlook everything, you know, it's just a nice wide open view. You can see a lot of the hills and stuff in the background. It's really quite nice. Again, the trail today for me, of course, was snow covered, ice covered, a little bit muddy because the ground is still pretty frozen and the water can't absorb into it. But during the drier months, you know, and stuff like that, I'm sure it's fine even in the warmer months. So come out here in like May, June, July, you know, it's going to be dry out here. There was no water to fill up, so make sure you bring your own. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. This was a nice little hike. Glad I got out today. I'll see you on the road.